All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could join me here tonight. Tonight is the weekend. If you're here live, it is Saturday, August 6th, 2022. But if you're here on the replay, regardless of whenever that may be, you're going to want to watch this show the entire way through, because tonight I put in a ton of effort into this show. This is probably a year or so in the making. And I took screenshots to do this show. Before I met my wonderful, beautiful, amazing lady I'm with today, from the dating app Hinge. And I'm going to show you some screenshots tonight. You're not going to believe your eyes, guys, and maybe some gals too. So let's get right to it, because I want to get right to it. We should get right to it. All right. So tonight's show is titled, well, let me make sure the notification went out first. It did. It's all good. And the back end of YouTube's working perfectly. The topic of tonight's show is, ladies, don't do this if you want success on Hinge or other dating apps. One more time. Ladies, don't do this if you want success on Hinge or other dating apps such as Match.com, OkCupid, eHarmony, Plenty of Fish. I'm talking about the good apps. I'm not saying, the other apps are not good, but I'm talking about the good apps, meaning if you're looking for a real relationship, the best app to use, in my opinion, is the one I met my lady on, and that is Match.com. Hinge is probably the next best one. Then Bumble is a good one. It's okay. It's good because people do look for relationships on there. Plenty of Fish and OkCupid used to be really good. Now they're so-so. You might still get lucky and find some decent people out there. And even eHarmony is still decent. But the rest of them, like Tinder and some others, those are hookup sites. Now, I'm not telling you folks, hey, don't go out there and hook up. It's not a good thing. To each its own. But what I do here is I help people find the love of their life. I help people that are looking for a real relationship more so. Again, if you're looking for hookups, you got to be yourself and do you. Just be honest with people out there. But this is more so pertaining to people that are looking for something genuine and authentic. All right. Let's go ahead. Well, let me just make sure it's rolling smoothly. It's the one I met my lady on, and that is Match.com. Yeah. Okay, we're rolling smoothly. I have 56 screenshots to show you, folks. I'm going to try to get this done in an hour or less, or maybe just a little over an hour. It's not going to take too terribly long, but it's going to be it's going to be hysterical. Let's switch on over to the browser source and get right to it. All right. Now, all of these are publicly or were publicly available during the time that I took these screenshots. These are from about a year ago or so and before that time. All right, the first one, her name is Kelly. And on her app, she puts, something that's non-negotiable for me is no sex before marriage and daily chocolate is a must. No sex before marriage and daily chocolate is a must. Well, sweetheart, you just eliminated about 99.99999% of men by saying no sex before marriage. And the ones that, say, oh, I can wait until marriage, are going to still try to convince you at some point before they marry you to, have a little fun. This is 2022, not 1950 or before that time. I did encounter, I've encountered many women in the past before I met my lady and in between other relationships, that, are reborn virgins or reborn Christians. And a lot of them, they try to hide it, because they know you're going to eliminate them right away if they tell you. But what I will give this Kelly woman here, at least she's being honest up front, and she's probably not getting much attention, so obviously I took a screenshot of this and I moved on back then. All right, let's continue here. Terry, Come waste your time with me. So you're saying that hanging out with you would be a waste of time. Huh. I mean, so far, I mean, these women are fairly cute. She's wearing her cow outfit there. That's pretty cute. But come waste your time with me with the red heart. Not the best thing to say, in my opinion. But hey, this is only the beginning. This is only screenshot number 2. Let's continue here. Okay. Nixie. That's a cool name. The one thing you should know about me is I hate talking on the phone. Well, that eliminated her immediately back then in those days. If it is not an emergency, I probably won't do it. Definitely 100% will not talk on the phone to someone before we meet. Why is that, man? Because you don't want guys to figure out you have a crappy attitude, so they decide not to meet you. Like, one of the biggest golden rules that I had for myself before I met my lady, and I share with you guys and gals out there, is if you're meeting through online dating sites or dating apps, if the woman is not open to a phone call, at least a 30-minute or 60-minute phone call before a meeting, then it's not worth it. Don't do it. So yeah, eliminated. I hate talking on the phone with the hate in all caps. Capital H, capital A, capital T, capital E. Next one is Kira. You should not go out with me if you're opposed to ethical non-monogamy. Okay. All right. You're anti-feminist. Okay. Well, that right there would scare me away. And back then, I wouldn't say it scared me away. It eliminated this woman. Nothing wrong with women being liberated. Nothing wrong with women being independent and working and this and that. But when women flex their muscles, especially women that put, you're anti-feminist or I'm a feminist in their profile, like all women are a product of feminism. We know that. It doesn't need to be said. When a woman puts it in there specifically, it means that she's, dealt with guys that are real guys. And, because she's, I think this woman is more of a radical feminist because this is the type of woman that wants to wear the pants. She is going to be repelled by guys, normal guys that, are strong and want to be the leader. This woman wants to be the man in the relationship and she wants the man to be the woman. It's just not going to work for most guys like myself. Only the beta males will give her attention and eventually, if she even gives them a chance, it's not going to go anywhere. We know how that goes. You should not go out with me if you're a cop. Okay, she doesn't like cops. You're conservative. Okay, I mean, I could probably understand that one. I mean, I'm slightly on the left, like I've always said. But it doesn't matter whether someone is on the left or the right. What matters is, their personality and how big their head and heart and soul is, or how big their heart and soul is. But I will say this, from my personal experiences, I've talked in the past to many liberal and conservative women, and I've never been able to make something work out with any conservative woman. And in the past, I've said, there are conservatives, and then there are the right-wing extremists, also known as the Trump supporters, also known as the alt-right, alternative right. Even regular conservatives, I've never been able to work something out with them in a relationship. So, I'm a little bit more on the progressive side. I'm really laid back, and I'm the kind of guy that just wants to be with a woman that's laid back. And that's why I'm with my woman. She's really laid back. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally is in the chat. Wow, I am amazed by these profiles. Yeah, babe, it's interesting, isn't it? Huh? You should not go out with me if you're hoping for casual hookups. I'm not casual. Well, I don't think any woman that's looking for a relationship wants to go out with a guy that has that agenda. But quite frankly, I think both men and women enjoy sex and they want to find someone that they're immediately attracted to physically, sexually, right? And, you should just go with the flow and whatever happens, happens. This woman seems a bit guarded. Based on the way she wrote her profile there, she seems a bit guarded And you know, she's got a list there of basically mishaps that have happened in the past, and she's kind of lashing out. So, in my eyes, eliminated. Okay, let's move on. What's that? Rai, Rai. Looks like she's an Indian woman. Believe it or not, I am planning to be a single mom by choice. I love kids and froze my eggs long time ago. And you put that on a dating app, ma'am? Believe it or not, I am planning to be a single mom by choice. I love kids and froze my eggs long time ago. Why would you want to be a single mom? Why wouldn't you want to find a good dude and get pregnant the natural, traditional way and have someone to, raise the child with so that the kid has a father and a mother? This is the reason why kids are messed up nowadays. I mean, I'm not knocking on her wanting to be a mother, but what woman naturally and biologically plans to be a single mom by choice? I mean, that's wow. Next. Ash. We'll get along if you're a radical leftist and intersectional feminist like me. Oh, man. And she's 20 years old. You can see there, no picture of her, obviously. There was supposed to be one at the bottom, but it wasn't there. We'll get along if you're a radical leftist and intersectional feminist like me. That speaks for itself. Have a nice day. I can't believe someone would even write this. She's a sales associate at pet store. Oh, man. 20 years old. Bye, Ash. Ms. You should not go out with me if you are looking for sex. One more time. You should not go out with me if you are looking for sex. Do you not like sex, ma'am? Do you not want to be intimate with that person you connect with? There's no need for men or women to put out there, you should not go out with me if you are looking for sex, or I don't do one-night stands or anything like that. You just need to be yourself. You just need to have an open mind, an open heart, and give people a chance. Like this right here is basically telling me this is another woman that has taken chances with other guys in the past, and they ended up having sex on the first, second date. Then the guy, canned her after that, and now she's just being jaded. And so she's coming out on dating apps like Hinge and saying, you should not go out with me if you are looking for sex. Well, I don't think, guys and gals directly look just for sex on an app that's, for relationships, but who doesn't have sex in relationships? That's the only difference between being friends with someone and having a romantic, intimate bond. I know, Jenny, you missed the first ones. You're going to have to go back and check out the replay. I mean, they're going to get better. Hi, Coach Eli, just here listening. Great commentary tonight. Thank you, Jenny. Welcome to the show. What happened? Why did you... babe, why did you ban Jenny? She's been here before. I don't understand that. Unless there's something that I don't know. Yeah, Jenny's been fine. Babe, let me know in the chat, because I know there's a minute delay. Let me know in the chat why you ended up banning Jenny. I don't know why. If you have a good reason, let me know. Anyway. All right, let's continue here. Terry, green flags I look for. Feminism. The first thing she writes as a green flag that she looks for is feminism with an exclamation point. Social awareness, being genuine and polite when you meet new people. Laughing easily. Bonus, likes cats. Okay, I'm going to, I think Babe, I know you're in the other room. I think you banned her by mistake. You hit the buttons on your phone without noticing. Just don't come in here because I'm on camera. It was a mistake. So I unbanned Jenny. I'm so sorry. My lady is on her phone, kicking back on the couch, and she's moderating the chat tonight, and she hit the wrong button by mistake. But I did read your messages, and you are unbanned. My apologies for that. Things happen. Yeah, Terry, why would you put the first thing you put for green flags that you look for on a dating app is feminism? That's going to repel the majority of men that, you would be attracted to. I mean, social awareness is great. Being genuine and polite when you meet new people is great. Laughing easily, likes cats, hey, that's, the throw in. But when you mention feminism, that's immediate dismissal for most decent men, including myself. Nothing wrong, with being a feminist. All women are a product of feminism, but there's no need for you to flex that on a dating site or a dating app. Next one, her name is Jamie. I take pride in being a strong, educated woman. I just threw that in there because some women feel the need to flex and say, I take pride in being a strong, educated woman, right? Okay? I mean, whenever women mention that they're a strong, independent woman or strong, educated woman, it's not necessarily saying anything wrong, but when they mention the word strong or strength, that's typically something that, is exuding more masculine energy. We're not saying that women are not strong, and we're not saying that women, can't do the same things that men do nowadays. But when women come out and they say, I'm a strong, educated, or strong, independent woman, that should go without saying. Like, ladies, here's the thing. Jenny says, no worries. Cool. Thank you. Here's the thing. Okay. Do you ever hear men, or do you ever see men on dating apps or dating sites write out, I'm a strong, independent man? Or isn't that just something that most women expect men to have, right? So women being liberated, us men expect you to be that way, but why do you have to flex your muscles on a dating site or dating app, right? So that would eliminate her with me, and it did back then, back in those days, before I met my woman. She's 42 years old, 5'6", nurse practitioner, and yeah. I mean, she looks okay for her age. She's 42. She looks good for 42, but yeah, you're gonna be lonely for a while, ma'am, unless you change that. Diana, she looks pretty cute. She's 53. She looks good for 53. Lots of makeup, but she looks good. You should leave a comment if you can appreciate that I have a busy, demanding career that affords me the ability to take care of my family. I don't need your help with that. Whew. Wow. Next. I'm going to read that one more time. I mean, immediate next. Let's read that one more time. You should leave a comment if you can appreciate that I have a busy, demanding career that affords me the ability to take care of my family. I don't need your help with that. She's a loan consultant. Okay, so you probably make good money and you're busy. But here's the thing. Back in the days when I was single, I would encounter women like you and we would get along. But because your career was so busy and demanding, these women never had time to go on a date. They would keep flaking out. So whenever you see this, guys, most of the time, not saying all the time, most of the time, this woman's not going to have enough time to date you, or she's going to have limited time. It's going to be a pain in the ass. And you want to meet someone that's easygoing and is going to meet you making things effortless. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally says, yeah, I type really fast and hit the wrong button because I have nails as well. Yeah, you got some big-ass nails, babe. It's all good. Let's continue off to the next one. Janine, green flags I look for. A man that loves Jesus. Well, I love Jesus too, ma'am. And I'm a God-loving man, but I don't sit there and say, I love Jesus, I love God all over my dating profiles. What are they, bye, right, babe says respectfully, maturely, and professionally. I mean, what do you call them? You call them Bible thumpers, right? They're Bible thumpers, right? Jesus freaks, right? And don't get me wrong, I believe in God and Jesus, right? But I've noticed, throughout the last, I'd say 20 plus years that I've been using online dating to meet women, okay? Any woman I came across that would keep mentioning, I love Jesus, Jesus this, Jesus that, Jesus every second word, it never worked out. That's just too much Jesus for me. I mean, again, I love God and Jesus, I believe, right? But these Bible thumpers, I'm sorry, just not going to work. So, Janine, best of luck to you. Diane, oh, she's got a picture of Rosie the Riveter in the background there with the Pabst Blue Ribbon beer tattoo. My dad used to drink that cheap beer. Pabst Blue Ribbon, my lady can agree. She'll probably type in the chat. That is the cheapest ass beer ever. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Jenny says, Coach Eli, you are cracking me up. My son is laughing at your comments too. It's true. It's true. This is like a year plus in the making. I took these screenshots before I met my lady while I was looking for, someone to go on a date and, turn into a relationship. And then I ended up finding, the woman I've been with for almost 11 months. But yeah, this when I saw these, I'm like, I've got to screenshot these. I'll make a show out of this one day. And I started thinking about this, a year and a half plus, before tonight where I'm doing the show. So hopefully it's get some good traction. It was a lot of work, but we'll see. We'll see. It's okay. Let's see. She says, something that's non-negotiable for me is dating someone who can say he is a feminist and anti-racist. Well, ma'am, I will tell you this. You know what? I'm not a racist and I don't condone racism. But, ma'am, if you expect a man like myself or any other decent, reasonable man to come out and say he's a feminist, you're out of your damn mind. That's just not going to work. Okay? Men are not feminists. Now, sometimes, I've heard some women in the past say men can be feminists and support women's rights and all that. I support women's rights, but I'm not a feminist. I'm not a product of feminism. Women are a product of feminism. Supporting women men supporting women's equal rights and all that and equal opportunities does not make them a feminist. So someone coming out and saying dating someone who can say he is a feminist and anti-racist, I mean, and then you've got the Rosie the Riveter background with the Pabst Blue Ribbon, beer tattoo, and then you got your guns flexing there by Rosie. Have a nice night. PBR is garbage in my opinion. Yuck, says my lady. Yeah, my dad used to drink the cheap beer. God rest his soul. Yeah, he used to drink, remember Bergie? He used to drink Bergie Light and Pabst Blue Ribbon. Let's continue. Lanita, 41 years old. She's a Christian and she's conservative, it says there. Double yuck to her, it says respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Lanita says, I want someone who has shaped their life around a relationship with Jesus. One more time. I want someone who has shaped their life around a relationship with Jesus. Again, I love the good Lord. I love Jesus and I love God, and I believe. But that's just what I believe. And I don't expect other people to have the same beliefs. I know most people believe in God and Jesus. But if you don't, I still love you. But why in the world do these women feel the need to say, I want someone who has shaped their life around a relationship with Jesus? Well, I can understand that most men and women, believe in God and Jesus. But for you to put that in a profile makes you come off like a Bible thumper, makes you come off like a Jesus freak, and makes you come off, to be honest, a little bit, or maybe more than a little bit, mentally and emotionally unstable. So, and she's conservative too. So I mean, go figure. I don't think most liberal women would put that in their profiles. But yeah, I noticed more conservative women would, be the Bible thumpers, right? Doesn't mean that liberals don't believe. It's just that we don't feel the need to project our beliefs, right? Seems like more conservative women like to project their beliefs, but that's just what I've seen. That's just, my opinion. Let's continue here. Alexandria with the purple hair. She's thin. She looks cute, but she's got the purple hair. That's all right. She's 5'11" and 107 years old. Look at that. What I am thankful for, oxygen. Fake profile probably, right? Alexandria with the purple hair says she's thankful for oxygen. She's 107 years old and she's 5'11". And she's spiritual and she's an atheist, says down below there. Probably a fake profile. I just thought it was funny to throw that one in there. Next. Sandalina. A little thick, but she's cute. 21 years old. All right. I'm the type of texter who sends 10 one-word texts instead of one coherent text. Let me repeat that one more time. I'm the type of texter who sends 10 one-word texts instead of one coherent text. Well, ma'am, that would be pretty annoying if I'm trying to work during my workday and you're sending me, individual texts for 10 words. That's 10 texts. Boom, 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 boom. Jenny Sadler's laughing out loud twice. But go figure. She's 21 years old. She's young. And she'll figure it out. But yeah, that's just really annoying. My woman isn't even that bad. My woman, she may text me stuff, back to back to back, but it's necessary stuff like business stuff. When it comes to personal stuff, she would rather just call me, right? You just call me, babe. Instead of sending me a 10 word sentence with 10 individual texts. That's just too much. Lily. Now, she looks cute. She's 37 years old, looks good for her age. You should not go out with me if you voted for Trump. One more time. She goes, you should not go out with me if you voted for Trump. You know what, Lily? As bad as this may seem, I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that. Big round of applause for that one, Lily. I'll tell you why. Because, anyone that supports Trump is supporting a guy that would rather go went golfing rather than tackle the pandemic back in 2019, just because he was butthurt that he lost the election to Joe Biden. Now, I'm not trying to, criticize any Trump supporters out there. That's the truth. But yeah, and there's more. I mean, there's more. You'll see some more, Trump comments coming in these profiles as we go through them. But yeah, there are women. There are women on dating apps. At least back then, I'm sure they're still doing it now. That are making it very clear in their profile. If you're a Trump supporter, I want nothing to do with you. You should not go out with me if you're a Trump supporter or you voted for Trump. 37 years old, 5'4". She's a performer. Okay, cool. Yeah, she's cute. She's really cute. It's all good. How can you be spiritual and an atheist? Well, there are a lot of atheists that claim to be spiritual, baby. From what I remember on dating apps back in those days when I was on them, there was a section that would say spiritual, not religious. You can be spiritual and religious, and you can be spiritual and not believe in God or Jesus. Anyway, I'll take care of that one, baby. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's continue here. Chi. Cool name. I think she's like, she's from another country. Looks cute. You should not go out with me if you're a Trumper. One more time. You should not go out with me if you're a Trumper. Big round of applause. Back-to-back profiles from women clearly stating that you should not go out with me if you're a Trumper or you voted for Trump or a Trump supporter. I think there's even more coming. Stick around. This is good. Albina. All right. I'm the type of texter who you will see the ghosting coming at you, no surprises. One more time. I'm the type of texter who you will see the ghosting coming at you, no surprises. Yeah, that would probably make me want to skip her if I was still on the market, because that's the kind of woman that is looking for a reason to ghost a guy because she's been through so much. That's like a jaded woman. Like, there's no need to write something like that. Write something else. Like, I enjoy camping. I enjoy hiking. I'm looking for someone to, I'm looking for my soulmate. I enjoy weekend getaway trips or something like that. Like this is just really stupid stuff. It's like really, really stupid stuff. And then these women wonder why they're single, or why, guys are just using them for intimacy, right? It's just ridiculous what they write. Let's continue. Michaela, okay. Michaela. Never have I ever had sex, been out of the USA, smoked, gotten drunk. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, she's how old is she? 25. I can barely see it. The X, when I took the screenshot back in those days, was covering it. Never have I ever had sex, been out of the USA, smoked, gotten drunk. Well, smoking and drinking, I can understand that. They aren't the healthiest things. In moderation, drinking's okay. You've never been out of the USA? Well, that's okay. I've been to Greece and nowhere else out of the USA. So that's okay. But the first thing you're putting, that you haven't had sex, does that mean you're not open to it, or are you waiting for marriage? That's what I'd be curious about. But, if you message a woman like that and say, what do you mean by never have you ever had sex? Does that mean you're not open to it until after marriage, or are you open to it with the right guy before marriage? See, the thing is, if you ask women that, for clarity, they're going to think you have a one-track mind. So in my opinion, this is a woman, based on what she wrote there, that I would just skip. Like, there's really no need. That's too much information right there. You can talk about that stuff privately, and make the guy know, let the guy know about that privately, because you're going to scare away most decent guys that you'd be attracted to by just saying you've never had sex. We're going to be wondering, well, why not? Is it because you have a disease? Is it because you're waiting for marriage? You haven't found the right guy, or, you're very guarded? What is it, right? Let's continue. So let's continue. She's a neonatal nurse at age 25. Okay, congratulations. You got your degree and your nursing credentials pretty quickly after high school by going straight to college and getting it done. Good for you. Monica, I get along best with people who don't really like people. Wow, 42 years old. And she's Catholic and she's a moderate. So she's right down the middle. I get along best with people who don't really like people. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Give me a second here, folks. Give me a second. Yeah, it just speaks for itself. That's not a positive attitude. I love people, What's that? Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's a minute delay. It's cool, babe. It's cool. She's in the other room. There's a minute delay. She's watching the show on her phone. I've got the delay on, even though she's not on the show tonight, but she's moderating. Let's see here. Let's continue. Regina, I'm looking for a buddy to do outdoor activities like running, hiking, mountain biking, or road biking, and then go for a meal and drinks. So let me get this straight, man. You're looking for a buddy to hang out with, not give him any sex, and then have him pay for your meal and your drinks, right? Like, why would you want to call a man your buddy? Like, I would hate that. Now, once you become lovers with somebody, you're automatically their best friend, right? So if the point that my woman and I are at right now, 11 months, right? I'd have no problem if she joked around and said, "Hey, buddy." I'd say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" And I'd joke around and say, "Well, if you're going to call me buddy, then I guess, you're going to be sleeping by yourself tonight, right?" I kind of laugh at it. The bottom line is I know at the end of the night, she's going to be ending up in my bed and she's going to want me more than I want her. Now, don't get me wrong. I do want her, but like, why would you put, "I'm looking for a buddy to do outdoor activities like running"? Why can't you put, "I'm looking for an LTR, a long-term relationship. I'd like to meet someone that's fun to be with, that's a great conversationalist, and see where it goes, hopefully leading to an LTR." But she says, "I'm looking for a buddy to do outdoor activities. And then go for a meal and drinks." And who's buying? Is your buddy buying, ma'am? I mean, she's cute. Don't get me wrong. She's got a cute face. I can't see the rest of her body there. She's cute. But, man, buddy, no thanks. I'm not interested in being just friends. I'm only seeking something romantic. And I'm not buying you any meal until we've gone to the promised land. That's my opinion there. Well, that's the way it should be. Let's continue. Lee, L.I. The way to win me over is bring me food and tell me I'm pretty. The way to win me over is bring me food and tell me I'm pretty. That's overkill. I understand women are always going to be seeking validation, but you're putting this on a dating app before you meet the guy. Maybe that's what you want down the road, but that's really, really vague right there. And that just, that gives me the wrong idea. So next, Lauren. I'm looking for a man who isn't intimidated by a successful woman, has his own life and his own goals, but believes that mutual successes shared are always best. So you're sitting there all pretty, all cute and pretty, right? And you're saying, I'm liberated now. Women's lib gave me opportunities that women used to not have. We're not oppressed anymore. And I just want to make sure that you are a man that is not intimidated by a strong, independent, successful woman, modern woman, right? And I want to also make sure that you're a feminist too, so you understand, what us ladies have been through, right? Like, seriously, ladies, flip it around. Like, you want us guys to have our shit together and just be who we are, right? Naturally, without saying anything, without projecting. Like, you ladies, are big hypocrites. You're telling us to not flex our muscles, yet you're flexing yours. And then you want us to give you a chance. No thanks. Next. Myra. I'm looking for a romantic dreamer who pampers me. Wow. I'm looking for a romantic dreamer who pampers me. Well, ma'am, you're going to be pampering yourself. Best of luck to you. Take care. Jess with the purple hair. We'll get along if your feminism is intersectional. You like bi-pan women. You like to laugh. My only issue with this whole thing is the fact that she's talking about feminism. Give me a second here. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, the only issue, sorry, I had to moderate the chat for a second. The only issue here is the fact that she's flexing, feminism and saying that your feminism needs to be intersectional. I'm a man. I respect women, and I believe that women should have equal rights and equal opportunities. But just like men who've always had those rights and opportunities, you don't see us flexing our muscles about it on dating apps. Why are you ladies doing it? It's a big turnoff. That's all I'm saying. Aaron, a social cause I care about. Environmental restoration and protection, social justice, women's liberation, and indigenous land back movements. So she's about the environment, restoration, and protection. And so this is a woman that has a lot of cause-based ideals in her head. And she's one of those women that is very, very cause-based focused, to the point of where I feel these types of women typically don't have a lot of time to invest in a relationship. And when they do, I've encountered these women. I've talked to them by phone in the past. And basically, they can't stop talking about this stuff. They're all about the environment and protecting the environment. They're about social justice. Like this woman right here is what we call an SJW, social justice warrior. Social justice warrior. And yeah, she's just flexing her muscles way too much. Like, I would just be saying next. Babe, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? I don't know. I was hearing my lady say something in the other room, and I'm not hearing her talk anymore. I don't know. There's a minute delay, so she knows that. Let's continue. Saber, the best way to ask me out is by asking me out. No shit. I'm very bad at flirting and recognizing flirting. Well, that's not going to work. If you're very bad at at least recognizing flirting, then how can a guy, flirt with you and have fun with you and create attraction with you? Send me a short paragraph as to why we should date. Also, bring me flowers. No thanks. No thanks. You're just not ready for this. You'll figure it out. Sonny, fact about me that surprises people: practicing celibacy. Give me a second here. Fact about me that surprises people: practicing celibacy. Wow. When I say I don't drink, that means nothing with alcohol. To clarify, no wine, beer, sake, or any hard liquor. 40 years old. And she's a government employee, and she's not political. So she's 40 years old, and she's practicing celibacy. I don't know why any 40-year-old woman would practice celibacy. There's no way she's a 40-year-old virgin woman, not in today's day and age. But what made her go back to practicing celibacy? I don't know. Jenny Sadler with the $5 super chat. Great info tonight, Coach Eli. Great job. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny, big round of applause. Thank you so much, Jenny. Sorry about what happened earlier. Yeah, Jenny, I'm just curious to know, how did you find out about the channel? I'm just curious. I appreciate the super chat. That's very kind. That's very kind. You and Tam are the two that have de-virginized the super chat here on Coach Eli 2. Authentic live streams. We just got monetized here this past Monday. My other channel, my main channel, has been monetized for 2.5 years. And by the way, folks, please subscribe to my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. Nightbot is sharing the link every 7 minutes. Or just go to youtube.com/Life Coach Eli, and then you will be subscribed there. And I'm going to be putting out some. I'm getting distracted by the chat. I'll be putting out some more pre-recorded videos on that channel starting next week, so you're not going to want to miss it. We are going to take it to the next level to continue helping men and women get the best possible grips on their personal and professional life, so that way we can help you accomplish whatever it is that your hearts truly desire. My lady says she sounds boring. Yeah. Practicing celibacy at age 40 sounds pretty boring to me, babe. But hey, to each its own, right? I'm not here to tell people what to do, babe. I'm here to help people get what they want. And I think you are the same way. But just some things just make you wonder. Let's continue. Kristen, you showed up as live that one night and I clicked on it. Well, thank you so much. I guess the YouTube algorithm is starting to work, and I appreciate that, Jenny. I appreciate your super chat once again. Thank you for the $5. Much love, much appreciation. Kristen says, I'll know it's time to delete Hinge when it is no longer fun. I'll know it's time to delete Hinge when it is no longer fun. What do you mean by that, ma'am? When, you stop getting dates with guys and you hook up with them for one-nighters? Or if you continue going on dates with guys that lead you to believe they want a real relationship, but then they end up being a phony. Like what do you mean by you will know it's time to delete Hinge when it is no longer fun? It sounds like to me, no disrespect, that you're just hooking up with random guys having fun and doing the wow thing, right? Anyway, enough of that. Let's continue. Megan, I'm looking for a man with a good sense of humor who's athletic, outdoorsy, always ready to travel the world, and not afraid of an independent, confident woman. Here we go again. I'm looking for a man with a good sense of humor who's athletic, outdoorsy, always ready to travel the world. You had me at that point back in those days. And then you killed it with this next line. And not afraid of an independent, confident woman. Well, what if I were to put in my profile back in the days when I was single? Ladies, you shouldn't date me if you're afraid of an independent, confident, strong alpha male. Yeah. Come on. Seriously, if we're going to have equality here, let's make it equal. Ladies, you've never liked it when guys flex their muscles, literally, or even, regarding the resources they have, finances, things that they own, etc., right? So why are you ladies doing it? It's unattractive to the men that you're trying to attract. You'll attract the beta males because they'll go for anything, but you don't want the betas. The men you want are going to be repelled by you saying they're not afraid of an independent, confident woman. All right, let's continue. We get the point. Kelly. Oh, we're done. That's it. Kelly was the first one. Let's see. I think that was the last one. Well, let me see here. Yeah. All right, that is it. We got through all of them. All right, folks. 49 minutes. 49 minutes. Give me just a second here. Just want to double check something. Do. Well, I wonder, I think some of them were missed. I think I missed some of them. Give me a second here, folks. I don't know what happened here. Yeah, there were some that I missed for some reason. Yeah, give me a second. Let me figure this out. My apologies for that. I'm going to go back to the browser screen. And the last one was Megan. And let me just see here. Okay, so we're looking at 2027. Okay, I know what I need to do. Give me a second here. I know what I need to do. Let me see here. 2027. I think I'm going to take a quick break. All right. Where am I going here? Give me a second. Hold on a second, folks. My apologies. All right, I got it now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a real quick break here, folks, because we're at 51 minutes, and I'm going to come back, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got about half of them to go. We got through half of them. There's a little glitch in the system I was using, but I fixed it. So let me go back to full screen here and cue up some music, take a break, and then come back and do the other half. So let's do that. Give me a second here. That's 2. And let's see, that's 3. And that's 4. Music is all queued up. Great show and great info for people on dating sites. Well, thank you for that, babe. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Got 10 people in the box all of a sudden. All right. So yeah, music is all queued up. We're going to step away for an 8 or 9 minute break. And when we return, we're going to get through the rest of them. And trust me, they're going to get even more cringy. So stick around. Round. We'll be right. We're back. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Quick break tonight. Couldn't wait to get back to these screenshots. They're hilarious. All right. Yeah. Feel it. I want you to feel it. I want you to all feel real good. I want you to release the tension. I want you to release all of the negativity out of your blood. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror every morning when you get up and repeat after me. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself 5 freaking times. And then walk out and be a positive person. And that's going to radiate to everyone around you. You're going to surround yourself. You're going to attract and surround yourself with like-minded, positive people. All right, there's your wisdom for the day. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World. Oh, I I need to lower the music. I need to lower the music. There we go. I got so excited I forgot to lower the music. All right, there we go. There we go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli 2, authentic live streams, the new home of most of my future live streams. If you haven't noticed already, my Walking with Purpose live streams have moved here as of this past Monday from my main channel to this channel here, Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams, because we got monetized. And on my main channel, starting this coming week, we're going to start to focus more on some high quality pre-recorded content in the highest quality, 4K at 60 frames per second, some more bite-sized content. We're also going to be doing some more YouTube shorts. Those are those 1 minute or less TikTok style videos. And then we're going to also make some more members only content, exclusive members only content. And both channels now have channel membership packages. And I suggest all of you purchase the $4.99 package, the $4.99 package on both channels, because that will get you everything at the cheapest price. Now, if you only want to purchase the members only chat package, if money's real tight, for $2.99, you can get access to members only chats, because most of my Walking with Purpose live streams are members only chats. So check it out and become a member today and support the Coach Eli clan. My lady and I support us because we want to help support you and as many other people as possible, so that way you can all accomplish whatever your heart's desire. All right. So tonight we've been discussing, ladies, don't do this if you want success on Hinge or other dating apps. One more time, ladies, don't do this if you want success on Hinge or other dating apps. Lewis Fuller's in the house. Welcome to the show, Lewis. You just gave us a like. Thank you for that. You just also shared us out on your community tab. Thank you, Lewis. My lady says, you're the best. Lewis Fuller says, I know. All right. Let's go ahead and move back over to the browser screen and leave off where we left off. Lily, I bet you can't out-meme me. I think she was in her 20s. I don't remember her age. I didn't screenshot that back then. Lewis says, this is what I do on a daily basis. Yes, Lewis, you help many people, and we love you and appreciate you for that. This chick is saying, I bet you can't out-meme me. Well, ma'am, I fucking hate memes. Memes are stupid, pathetic, and a waste of time. And people that create memes are very immature and very insecure. That's the bottom line. They're a waste of time. It's stupid. So that's just not going to get my attention. You're probably going to get the attention of some beta guys your age that are inexperienced. And yeah, you're going to take advantage of them for free meals and stuff. And they're not going to even get a handshake. So I wouldn't even look at your profile for more than 2 seconds. Lewis Fuller says, I'm a moderator. I would say between 40 to 50 live streams today. Wow, Lewis, that's quite a lot. Very busy. Paula says, fact about me that surprises people, I am looking for a platonic cuddle buddy. I can't even say that. I am looking for a platonic cuddle buddy for non-sexual touch. Let me repeat that one more time. Paula says, fact about me that surprises people, I am looking for a platonic cuddle buddy for non-sexual touch. So would you want me to come over and lay in your bed with you and just like snuggle with you, but just hold you like around your waist and not rub you and caress you? And I mean, thankfully my woman is so romantic. Like my woman, like her fire starts burning by just looking at me, and vice versa on the flip side. You know, I look at her and my fire starts burning. So this is just 35 years old. She's Catholic, 35 years old. Best of luck to you, ma'am. Next. Stephanie says, let's make sure we're on the same page about equal rights for everyone. Well, yeah, men and women have equal rights and equal opportunities. Why do we need to flex our muscles on that? Why are women feeling the need to flex their muscles nowadays, especially on dating sites? Do you think that's going to attract men? Like, I get it. You ladies have equal rights and equal opportunities, okay? Right? And I get that some guys are jerks out there and don't like that. But the good guys that would have normally given you a chance will not give you a chance when you put something like that in your profile. It's just not a good thing to put in your profile. It's just not. Heather, I'm looking for a sugar daddy with a boat. One more time. I'm looking for a sugar daddy with a boat. No, thank you, Heather. 37 years old. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally says, our message is to get rid of uneducated people that cause instigated drama. I don't have to name you, ma'am. Just grow up. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but hey, it is what it is. I have no idea. Let's continue. Danny girl, let's make sure we're on the same page about Trump sucks big donkey ding-a-ling. He's a global embarrassment. Getting out and seeing rad things is good for the soul. Have a motto, let's ride. Let's read that one more time. Let's make sure we're on the same page about Trump sucks big donkey ding-a-ling. He's a global embarrassment. I'm going to give you a big round of applause. I'll tell you, that one gave me a good laugh. That one gave me a good laugh. Yeah, I still didn't respond to her back then, but that just gave me a good laugh. 41 years old. I know what turned me up about this one. Down below, you can see it says boss lady halfway down below her age in the profile. 41, boss lady. See, women that call themselves boss ladies, they exude too much masculine energy for a masculine guy like me. And so that just wouldn't work for me. Not submissive enough. Let's go. Sin. The one thing you should know about me is I don't take shit from anyone. Good for you, man. That's a great attitude to have. The problem is when you put them on a dating site, it makes you sound like you're an entitled, you know what. And she's cute. And she's probably, I don't remember her age. I didn't screenshot it, but she's probably like in her 20s, you know. But, you know, women that say that on a dating app, it's one thing to think that in your mind and to just not let things bother you, but to voice that in the dating app, you know, like it just makes me feel like that woman is coming off too entitled. And she'd be the kind of woman that would try to wear the pants in the relationship or be the man in the relationship, and it just wouldn't work for me and probably most other decent men. The beta males would eat it up, but they wouldn't last long because she'd get tired of them. But anyway, let's continue. Roxanne, you should not go out with me if you are going to ask me to get on WhatsApp or Google. You are looking for validation, are married, have a girlfriend, or think I need validation. Well, sweetheart, all women naturally seek validation. That's part of your natural biological essence, right? For men, it is not normal to seek validation. So if you encounter a guy that you know is seeking your validation, that's a big turnoff. That's an insecurity. So I get that. And if anyone's going to try to redirect you to a different app, they're trying to spam you. Okay? But you had me until you mentioned or think I need validation, right? What's wrong with a guy paying you a compliment every now and then or saying something nice to you or being supportive to you, right? See, that last line there, you know, that's what repelled me about her. She's 50 years old, realtor and nurse at real estate. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. 50 years old and single. I wonder why. Her name is Far. I want someone who is fully vaccinated, boosters too. Okay, I can understand that. Okay, I'm fully vaccinated with my booster shot. You know? And with that said, has emotional intelligence, honest and trustworthy, kind, witty, and handsome, no right-wing gents. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You see that? No right-wing gents. No disrespect. I'm not saying that all right-wingers, are not dateable, but most of the right-wingers I've come across are very conservative and aren't open to progression. And I've noticed they're more controlling with their women instead of trying to meet their women halfway, right? So I don't blame her for that. Let's continue here. Helena, the one thing you should know about me is I'm a full-time mom to a cute but completely insane toddler. So free time can be hard to come by. So you're on a dating app and you're trying to get the attention of a good guy you want to date. But you put it out there and say, the one thing you should know about me is I'm a full-time mom to a cute but completely insane toddler. Is that the best way to represent your child? And then on top of that, say, so free time can be hard to come by. Well, ma'am, if you don't have time to date, then why are you on a dating app? Seeking validation, per se? 48 years old. So she has a toddler at 40. Is that 48? No, I think it's 46. I can barely see it. It's small. So I think it's 40. She's 46 years old. She's got a toddler, probably maybe 3 or 4 years old. So she was pregnant at 41, 42. And let's see. Let's see here. Sorry about that. I had to moderate the chat for a second. Yeah, so I mean, she's 46 years old, and putting yourself out there in this way is just not going to attract you the type of guy you want. Again, you ladies will attract the beta males because they'll just put up with anything. But you're going to get bored of the betas because they're not going to be strong enough for you. You'll figure that out after, a few dates or a month or two. Then they'll be back to the drawing board, right? This one is just, I didn't like this one. Lola says, I want someone who is unvaxxed. Why, ma'am? I don't get that. I don't get that. She must be like a Trump supporter, or she must be, what do you call it, on the alt-right. I'm sorry. Next. Teresa, you should not go out with me if you are intimidated by an independent woman who speaks her mind. One more time. You should not go out with me if you are intimidated by an independent woman who speaks her mind. Okay, there's nothing wrong with women being independent. There's nothing wrong with a woman that speaks her mind. But why do you have to put that on a dating app? Why do you have to flex your muscles? Do you think that's going to attract the guys you want or repel them? And no disrespect, I'm not trying to be critical, but she seems to be a little bit more on the heavier set side. So, and I get it for some guys that like larger women. I'm not trying to, knock bigger women. But, this is a woman that's saying, you should not go out with me if you are intimidated by an independent woman who speaks her mind, yet she's not in the best shape possible. She's a larger woman. And it's like, I just don't get it. Just don't get it. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Jenny says the woman with the toddler should not be dating, in my opinion. I agree. She's seeking validation. That's what these women do. Like some men do it too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be just critical to women. I help both men and women here on my channel along with my lady. But, in this case, or in most cases, it seems like, women are doing these things at a far greater level than men. Plus, because of all the thirsty beta males, Jenny, there's so many beta males out there that overly validate and overly inflate women's values on these dating apps. These women have unlimited options. So, that's why they can come out and put stuff like this and they'll still get attention. It's really sad. I mean, And these beta males, they're beta males because they're just not being raised to be good, strong men anymore. And it's the fault of the parents. Sad, but true. TC says, fact about me that surprises people. I'm a wannabe YouTuber. I had to throw that one in there. That's great. TC says, fact about me that surprises people. I'm a wannabe YouTuber. Well, ma'am, good for you. I'll give you a big round of applause for that. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Let's continue. Linda says, my mantra is, I don't give a fuck. Well, ma'am, that may not necessarily be a bad attitude to have, because the only opinion of yourself that should really ever matter is your own. But when you come on a dating app and say, my mantra is, I don't give a fuck, you're going to repel a lot of guys. And you see, like, no disrespect. I mean, she has a cute face, but she doesn't show her full body, right? And you can kind of tell if you glance down, by below her shoulders, she's a little bit thicker. No big deal. I'm just saying that this woman, in my opinion, based on what she wrote and the pictures that she has out there, probably, not in the best place to date. Probably has a lot of past trauma she's going through. Yeah, that's just not the best way to represent yourself, saying that on a dating app. Anyway, let's continue. Demi says, we'll get along if you are not, number one, pessimistic, which, okay, that's not a bad thing. Jenny Sadler in the chat says, LOL, I'm the wannabe YouTuber. Yeah, that was good. That was a great one. But number two is the one that got to me. We'll get along if you do not belong to any affiliation with far right extremist groups or Donald Trump supporter. Deal breaker. I think that's the fourth profile, from women that put they want nothing to do with Trump supporters. So again, we'll get along if you do not belong to any affiliation with far right extremist groups or Donald Trump supporter. Deal breaker. Big round of applause. Oh yeah. Enough said there. I mean, I that's just hilarious. I can't blame him. Ariana says, don't hate me if I am funnier than you and laugh at my own jokes. No, that's fine. That's great. That's great. Also, don't hate me because I don't want to have your babies. Hashtag not your easy bake oven. Wow. I got to read that second part again. I think this woman was like in her mid-30s, right? She looks fairly cute. Right? I think she has those hazel eyes, right? Also, don't hate me because I don't want to have your babies. Hashtag not your easy bake oven. Ma'am, you were biologically born a woman. You are a woman. Women naturally and biologically were made to have kids. I'm not trying to call you ladies baby making machines, but nowadays, like, you ladies have taken, this feminism thing like way too far. Like you would never hear women 20, 30 years ago, 50 years ago say hashtag not your easy bake oven. Wow. Wow, what's happened to humanity? I just don't know. Let's continue. Sarah says, I'm looking for friendly masculine energy to share adventures with. I get what she's saying by that. That's not a bad thing. Again, Sarah says, I'm looking for friendly, masculine energy to share adventures with. Okay? So I think what she means by friendly, masculine energy is a guy that's cocky, playful, funny, a well-balanced, decent dude that's not a sissy or a beta male, but is also not an arrogant, pompous ass. So that's what she's trying to say. And for her to be able to recognize what that is means that she's gone on dates with a bunch of beta males or arrogant, pompous asses, right? So she wants to find the balance of a guy that's not a sissy, but is also not an arrogant, pompous ass. A well-balanced, cool, down-to-earth, fun, playful, funny dude, that's that. Well said, Sarah. I'll give you that one. How old was this woman? 39 years old. Okay. Jen says, I'm the type of texter who never responds. Come again? I'm the type of texter who never responds. I'm not a big texter myself. There's a time and a place for it. If it's warranted, you should respond. But when you come on a dating app and say, I'm the type of texter who never responds, that's how you first communicate with people on this app, ma'am. So you're saying that you're putting out a picture here with your profile, and if people send you messages, you're never going to respond, right? How are you going to get anywhere? What, are you going to just pick and choose who you want to send a message to and hope to God they respond to you? You only get back what you put out, ma'am. If you're not going to be willing to put in the effort to respond to texts, you can't expect people to respond to you. What you put out, you get back, right? What you project, you get back. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally says, hashtag not your easy bake oven, LMFAO. Big round of applause, babe. That was pretty hilarious. Baby, ever since we started dating and you started to become a part of my coaching business, wow, you've seen some eye-opening shit, haven't you, babe? Wow. Let's continue. I think, let me see how many more we have here. Give me a second here. Let me see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we have 9 more. Allison says, this is my year for mind-blowing dates with strangers met on apps. Huh? This is my year for mind-blowing dates with strangers met on apps. Ma'am, how are you going to expect to get a decent, down-to-earth dude to get into a relationship with if you put something out there like you're looking for, or this is your year for mind-blowing dates with strangers met on apps? It kind of sounds like you're going out there just playing the field, ma'am. And that's not attractive to good men that are looking, for something real, right? And I believe this woman was, from what I remember, all these are women that were looking for relationships, because that's what I had my thing set to only show me profiles from women that were seeking relationships back then. I mean, that just makes you sound like something I can't say on YouTube, or they'll probably at least demonetize my video. I don't want to say it, but it makes it sound like you're hooking up with a bunch of guys, man. It makes you sound like you're on the carousel. Let's just say it that way. Let's continue. Charlie. That's a great name for a lady. Dating me is like dating a cat. Oh, man. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally says the ER was kindergarten compared to this BS. Yeah, okay, babe. Dating me is like dating a cat. Well, ma'am, cats like to roam around the neighborhood, and they like to come and go as they wish, right? And cats are very snarky, and they're very guarded. And most decent men prefer, an easygoing, laid-back woman that's chill and happy and fun to be with. So, if dating you is like dating a cat, ma'am, that's just not going to work for most decent guys. Next. Atefa, I bet you can't get me to go out with you. Let's read that one more time. I bet you can't get me to go out with you. Why would you put that on the dating app? I mean, why are women saying like the most like ridiculous things? My lady says garden tool. I understand that. Carousel, says Jenny. Us guys, we call it the carousel. The pee-pee carousel. I mean, I'm trying to be YouTube compliant here. We're now monetized here. You know what I mean, right? But again, why would this woman put on her profile, I bet you can't get me to go out with you? I mean, I look at something like that and I'm like, well, if you're that cocky, like cocky women, it's unattractive to me for a woman to be cocky, right? When a woman gets really cocky like that, it's masculine energy. It's a big turnoff. So next, Christina, an overshare. I haven't dated in about 5 years. Huh? I haven't dated in about 5 years. What have you been doing the last 5 years, ma'am? You haven't mentioned if you've hooked up in the last 5 years. Are you saying that you've gone dry completely the last 5 years? I doubt that. Yeah, that right there. I encountered women like that when I was single that hadn't dated in 5 or 7 or 8 or 10 years. That's a huge red flag. They're like really guarded, right? And some of them would even say back then they haven't even had sex in 5 or 6 years. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, for women to not date in 5+ years and not have sex in 5+ years when there's a guy on every corner that's beta that will be with you, for women to not have any action in any way in 5+ years, there's something that's a huge red flag. Time to move on next. Diana, the one thing you should know about me is I value my independence. I don't have to be with my person 24/7. I think it is important to still have friends and do things outside of your relationship. Well, Diana, I agree with you. But why do you feel the need to put that in your profile? Is it because you've met a bunch of thirsty beta males that were weak, needy, desperate, and insecure and wanted to spend every waking moment with you and were so clingy and needy that you couldn't breathe? And were you like the man in the relationship? Sounds like to me that you've been dating weak, pathetic beta males. I mean, nothing wrong with her valuing her independence. All women are independent nowadays. I get that, right? But when you have to come on a dating app and flex that, it's because you've given so many guys a chance and they disappointed you in that way. Or maybe it's because you're showing up trying to wear the pants, right? And because you're behaving more masculine than feminine, you're that type of woman, more dominant than submissive, you're attracting more beta males that, are more submissive than dominant. And it's just not working out. That's what's happening here. She's 40 years old and her profession is peacemaker. Okay, well, I don't know if that's your profession, but under the profession section, she put peacemaker. Interesting. All right. I think we all get the point on that one. Okay. Beth says, what is meant to be will always find its way. One more time. What is meant to be will always find its way. I like that, Beth. That makes sense. I actually like that one, right? If it's meant to be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be, right? Like the song, right? Great song, by the way. Enough said. Yeah, you just got to put yourself out there, take chances, go on dates, right? And if it's meant to be, it'll happen right away or it will never happen at all. That's the way it works. Nadia says, you should not go out with me if you're on a diet. You should not go out with me if you're on a diet. Why not? Well, she can mean it one of two ways. Maybe you're too you're overweight and you haven't lost enough weight yet, or she likes to eat a lot of fatty foods and doesn't want to be with a guy that, limits his food intake or limits where they can go to eat. I don't know. Like that to me right there would just, make me say next. Shauna, something that's non-negotiable for me is you must support feminism. It is also super sexy. What? Shauna says something that's non-negotiable for me is you must support feminism. It is also super sexy. Look, Shauna, I'm a good dude. I respect women at the same level I respect men. Okay? You have equal rights and equal opportunities. That's great. No one's trying to take that away from you, including myself. I respect that. But why do you have to come out here on a dating app and flex your muscles and say, something that's non-negotiable for me as a woman is you as a man must support feminism. It is also super sexy. No, it's not, man. Okay. Let me ask you this, ma'am. Would you like to support masculinity or toxic masculinity? I could put something that's non-negotiable for me is masculinity. Not even toxic, because it's not masculinity is masculinity. Now, some of it can be toxic, but also some feminism can be toxic, right? But you're not going to see guys come out on these apps and say, something that's non-negotiable for me is you must support masculinity. Isn't that something that's just expected from men? So why can't you ladies just expect men to understand that? And if they don't, when you start talking with them, you'll be able to tell. You don't have to put this in your dating profile. You're going to repel most decent guys that you'd want to go out with by writing this. It's just, wow. Rooster Carousel says respectfully, maturely, and professionally. That's right, baby. That's right. Let me see here. All right. And I think this is the last one here. May says, on a Saturday night at 2 a.m., you can find me anywhere in the world. On a Saturday at 2 a.m., you can find me anywhere in the world. What does that mean, ma'am? I mean, you travel around meeting tons of guys. You're just looking to hook up and have fun? I don't get that. I don't get that. Why would you write something like that? I mean, that's very vague. Yeah, it's just stuff like that that just makes me wonder. I just wanted to wrap it up with that one. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Went a little bit longer than I thought we would go. We are at 1 hour and 34 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to have some quiet time with my lady. We're going to take a little bath, a little Epsom salt bath, and then snuggle up and enjoy the rest of the night and have a fun day tomorrow. And maybe we'll be back at some point tomorrow for a show. We got a bunch of shows planned here on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams, and a bunch of pre-recorded content coming to the main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. So make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. Nightbot's been sharing the link to my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas, every 7 minutes, or just go to youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. So with that being said, have yourselves a great day or great night. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.